Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to talk about shotgun patterning. So there's three primary factors that are going to play a role in the pattern of your shotgun. Number one is going to be the actual round that you're using. There's certain types of rounds that just pattern tighter, whether due to wad or cup design or some other mechanism they're using. Additionally, the choke or lack thereof in your shotgun is going to make a difference, and the biggest difference is going to be distance. So today we're going to try to demonstrate all three. So the gun that we're using is a Remington 870. This has a full choke in there. So on paper, by the way that chokes are designed, it should put 70% of all pellets that come out in a 30-inch circle from 40 yards. We'll test that at the end, but just up close and personal, we're at 5 yards right now. The load that we're using is Rio buckshot. It's nothing special. There's no special cups or wads or anything like that to keep it together. And we'll see how it patterns at 5 yards and then move back and see how it progresses rather. Let's check it out. So as you guys can see here, I was basically holding right in the center, and we had our pellets all come in this group here. I would say it's about 5 inches, which is generally speaking what you can expect. With most shotgun loads, an inch a yard is kind of what you're expecting to see anyway. Maybe a little bit tighter with that full choke, but hey, it's right around 5 inches. You guys can see that here. And then you may be wondering what this is. That there is the wad. So that's what's actually holding those pellets in the shotgun shell. Comes down range as well, but we're going to ignore that because we're just focusing on the pellets. We've moved back a good amount of distance. We're at 25 yards, and we're going to see with the exact same load, same choke, same everything, how that pattern is going to look from this distance. Let's check it out. As you can see, and as we expected, our pattern did open up. Basically, we're coming out here all the way to this edge, above where our wad hit previously, and I must have been holding a little bit left because it was definitely a little bit left, but that right there is our pattern at 25 yards. So left to right, we're probably looking at, I would say 12, 13 inches, but top to bottom, that vertical string, it's considerable, as you can see. We're gonna step back to 40 yards, and that'll be the final one that we shoot with buckshot. We move back to 40 yards. Again, it'll be the last one that we're gonna fire here with buckshot. Same ammo, same choke, same everything, just increased distance. Let's check it out. Once again, we see that the pattern did increase. So we're out here all the way. Our most vertical one is right there. And so, as you can see, it expanded left to right over the previous group. I mean, just to kind of give you a frame of reference, this is a human torso. And as you can see at that distance, your spread is going to be wider than a human torso. So you do always have to account for the spread of your shot shell, regardless of the ammo type. I recommend testing it so that way you know how it's going to perform in your gun in those conditions. But with that, let's try some birdshot and see how that does. As I just intimated, now we're going to try it out with birdshot. So much smaller projectiles in there, but a whole lot more of them. And the patterning should be similar, but it won't be the same. At least that's what I think. Let's find out. 5 yards. As you can see, those projectiles are much, much smaller, and they did spread out a little bit more than our first buckshot group did, but not by much. This area here was the increase, but pretty similar in terms of spread with those two loads. Again, it's going to vary by load, but we're going to step back and again see how it does as we progress with distance. All right, we've backed out to 25 yards, same thing. Let's see how it does. Check it out. You can see here that we have much more dispersion at 25 yards with the birdshot than we did with buckshot. So again, that's why every different load you need to test out and see how it's going to pattern with your gun at distance. But we're all the way up top here, all the way around. You guys probably can't see it, but there is some pellets here in the wood coming all the way down here and all the way out to there. So we're almost off the paper. Actually, it comes a little bit higher. So it's a very, very wide pattern. Honestly, I think patterning it at 40 might be a waste, but let's try it and see. Hopefully we'll be able to keep it on paper, but I don't really have my hopes up. We'll see. All right, we're back out at the 40-yard line. Again, my hopes are not high that we're gonna be able to see it, but we'll give it a shot for science. Let's go see. Before I headed back to the 40-yard line, I actually added some lines on the outer boundary of that previous group, and we're definitely outside of it. As you guys can see down here, we have impacts down there, impacts down here. I can see some pellets in the wood, the same out here. So the pattern really opened up, and you can see a huge difference there with the bird shot versus the buckshot. Whether it be on news reports, forums, the gun shop talk, a lot of people out there think that you can just point a shotgun down a hallway and you'll automatically hit whatever you're aiming at. And as you can see here, that's definitely not true. Especially if you're using a gun like this for home defense, you definitely want to know where those pellets are going to go, because you're responsible for each one of them. Same is true if you're using it for hunting, right? You want to make that ethical shot. So knowing how your shotgun patterns with that load is paramount. So hopefully this demonstration gave you an idea, but again, if you're going to use your shotgun for home defense, hunting, whatever the case may be, I recommend you get out there and actually pattern it yourself with your load. If you guys have any questions, let us know. If you like this type of content, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing everybody in future SDI videos.